Let me put my wireless earphones in. Good. Can you all hear me? I hope it's working. Anyways, me already does it, or I should already know me, Rashid. And all right, I told you already in my previous live stream, I may make another live stream today. And I want to use this live stream, or the topic of this live stream will be how to stay safe as a female believer out there. So, sisters in Christ, pay attention to this live stream. And again, I'll start at 4 minutes, so you have the chance to come in. Let me know the live chat when you're here. And I'm going to use my whiteboard right over there. See, that's my whiteboard. I'm going to use my whiteboard over there. So, I'll take my time now. My phone is charging also. In the third minute of this live stream, I'll walk over there. My wireless earphones are also charged, so that's fine. Well, I see 2 thumbs ups. Thank you very much. Whoever gave them. My markers are ready also. Again, when you're here, let me know the live chat, please. Thank you very much. And in this live stream, I'll be holding the phone in my hands. So I will be putting it on a standard. The standard I have is not that big. It's still the standard I had from Korea. My previous standard, I left it behind in the Netherlands when I moved to Korea in 2020. So I need to get a new standard, a bigger one. Because the one I have there is a bit small. That's why. But Alpha Drum Studios, I'm glad you're here. Maria Garcia, I'm glad you're here. Oh, 3 thumbs ups. Thank you very much, whoever gave them. Now, someone responded to me on Facebook Messenger. Well, I'm going to tell them they have to wait now because I'm doing a live. Or I tell them to come to my live stream. There's one thing that must be clear for people. When I'm doing a live stream, I'm doing a live stream. I won't respond to you. Okay? Okay, because it's a walk-in minutes now. Let me check who this is. Hold on. Right. All right. Les Brown is here also. Is good. All right. So it's afternoon. It's evening. It's evening now in the Netherlands. Almost 4 minutes. Please let yourself be known the live chatting here, please. Thank you very much. All right, class has begun. The title of this live stream is Ladies, Stay Safe. Now, in the world, there is a lot of commotion about violence against women. There's a lot of commotion by feminists about men being pigs, men being this, men being that. Now, the safety of females is relevant because females gave birth to the next generation. Females also are responsible for formation of the human beings that we walking around. And we all came out of women. We all have mothers and grandmothers and female ancestors. So it's natural for us to be considerate of the safety of the females amongst us. Monique is here. I'm glad you're here, Monique. Right on time. So, okay. I made some live streams and videos about feminine power and sexual health. Of this live stream, if you haven't watched them, please watch them because I'm not going to repeat everything in it. Okay? Now, This live stream can be short because what I'm about to explain isn't that difficult. Okay, I've used the whiteboard for you because when you visual explanations stick in your mind. Now, I'm going to show you what I've drawn on the whiteboard over here. Just hold on. Let me shift the camera. Let's see how I do that. Okay, can you all see the whiteboards? Let me know in the live chat. Can you see the whiteboards? Hold on. Let me get the next marker. Let me know live chat. Can you see the whiteboard? Because I want to know for sure this is working. Okay, good. Now, what you see here is a female figure that represents a female, a grown female in this case, and this is her energy field I see around here. I'm going to make some notes with it. Hold on. Okay, got it. This is her energy field. This is her energy pulp that surrounds her. What's called the aura by pagans, but okay, just put it between breaks. And this is, okay, the physical body. These are the energetic emissions. Energetic emissions, or the echo that she gives off. All right, so let me go back to show it to you. This is the physical body of the female. She, as a spirit being, is inside the body. From her, the spirit being, there's an energy field around. Within the energy, between the edge of the energy field and the spirit being, you have this energy pulp. Okay? And the energy field gives off an echo to the environment. Okay? Similar to a phone tower is giving off radiation that makes telecommunication possible. Or the same, you have a Wi-Fi mast or 3G, 4G, 5G mast. The same way, the human being is like a telecommunication mast, a telecommunication tower. That's how we are. We give off emissions. Now, this here relates to females. Now, when the Heavenly Father designed the woman, what did he do? He forced Adam to sleep. Okay? And in his dormant state, okay, I'm going to write over here. Hold on, let me use blue for this. Hold on, let me pick up my blue. Hold on. Okay. So he had a dormant state of Adam, which leads to the energy matter, which is the basis for femininity. Okay, femininity. Okay, so Adam is magnetically loaded, magnetically charged, and in his dormant state, God took of this non-active energy matter, he designed the woman. So this is what a woman is. This is what a female is. Non-magnetic energetic matter is what the female is. Non-magnetic energy matter. Okay? And then you have the physical body, which is made from dust. from Adam's rib. Okay? So this is the design of the female right over here. So the female is not magnetic at all. Okay? The man, Adam, is. Eve, the woman, is not. So as non-magnetic energy matter, she captured magnetism from the man. And that's the basis of human sexuality. Okay? You have Adam, or the male. Here you have Eve, the female. Just be patient with me, guys. I need to write this down for you. It's quite important. So here is magnetic heat, non-magnetic matter, and those two form a balance, and that is the yin-yang, what I talk about in paganism. Okay? So one is completely dark over here. That's really what it is. Okay? Adam, the male, is magnetic heat. Eve is non-magnetic matter. And they form a balance together. And its balance brings forth harmony. Okay? So human harmony on a mass scale is not possible without this proper balance between masculinity and femininity. Masculinity is the magnet. Females are the attraction towards the magnet. Okay? That's how God designed it. This is something pagans got correct. Now, let's go back to this. The female being made from non-magnetic energy matter derived from the male means that her magnetism must come from the male. So females are designed to trigger magnetic responses and reactions from men. That's what women are designed to do. That's what women are craved to do naturally. A lot of them do it with their looks, some do it emotionally, but that's what a woman is designed to do. And this, what can I write it down? All right, over this, magnetic donation or energy investment from men is called psychic income. This is how it relates to females. Men also crave a type of psychic income, but I'm talking about men in this live stream. Okay? So let me go through it again. So this is the female energy field, how it's designed. The female comes from, hold on, let me check this out. It comes from dormant energy matter from Adam. That's what God took. So a female is non-magnetic energy matter that's alive. She's in a physical body that's made from dust. And the man is magnetic, the female is not. The female gets her magnetism from the man, that's a form of balance. And it's this magnetic donation or energy investment from the males of the community towards females is called psychic income. Okay? So psychic income is a primary need for the well-functioning of the female. Let that be clear. Now, why is it important to understand this? Because once you understand this, you also understand the key in staying safe as a woman. Okay? So based on this design from the Heavenly Father, no woman can say, I don't need a man. Any woman that tells you, I don't need a man, either she's traumatized or she's out of her mind. All women need men. On an energetic level, they're not magnetic. So the magnetism they get comes from men. The empowerment comes from men. That's one thing. And on the other hand, men in general needs women around, because if you only have magnetic heat on the earth, it's going to cause a lot of intensity, that will go wrong. So there must be a balance, and females ought to participate in this balance. Now forget about this pagan symbol. I use this pagan symbol here because this is what pagans talk about when they talk about yin yang. I just pointed that to show you that this balance is something we all need, and pagans are hiding it in their symbols. Okay? I'm not a pagan, I'm not promoting paganism. Okay? Now, understanding this, we also have to realize that every man, because I'm going to focus on that first, every man who is violating women, whether sexually or other way, emotional, physically, is a man who rejects his design. Because in God's design, the males invest magnetically, energetically in the females. This is psychic income. And every woman comes with the natural thirst and hunger for psychic income. Okay? So this becomes a trigger for the males to be masculine. That's how God designed it. The screen is clear. So, a man who refuses to operate in his magnetic heat as a man is a man who will seek to take out that heat on someone else. Well, let me repeat it. Every male is a living creature consists of magnetic heat. Okay? Now this heat of the man is meant to be invested in the females, and that's how you get the balance in the human species. All right? Now, any man who refuses this design from the Heavenly Father becomes toxic, and they end up dumping their heat on the environment. So, a male predator is someone who seeks vulnerable people to dump their heat upon. But here's the thing. Healthy femininity scares off a male predator. Because healthy femininity automatically makes him feel bad about himself, and he'll get uncomfortable and he wants to get out of there. So male predators cannot stay in the presence of a healthy female. I'll repeat that. Male predators cannot survive in the presence of a healthy woman, especially not in a whole environment with healthy females. That's why male predators, especially male sex predators, they always go to places where they will find defective females, like in brothels or in those clubs where a lot of women are frustrated. Because here's what you need to understand. Okay, let me say it like this. Let's say this is a healthy woman, okay, and this is what she emits: healthy femininity. Let's say now here you have a guy. I'm going to draw it very quickly. I'm going to do it in red. Here you have a guy. This is energy field is completely messed up, and he's in a negative state. He emits this crooked emission all around. Okay? This messed up emission comes out of it. Okay? Now, do you think there will be an energetic click between these two? What do you think? Let me know in the live chat. Do you think will be an energetic match or a click between this man who refuses his masculinity and once is about to dump his heat, and this healthy female triggering masculinity from men? No. Just like many of you answered, there will be no click whatsoever. When she walks around, he gets uncomfortable. He gets upset. Okay? When she's there and he comes by, she's going to get triggered. She's going to think, whoa, what is this? And she'll slowly walk away. So, it begins on an energetic level, because we're energy creatures, we as human beings. As long as if there's a disconnect on an energetic level between a woman and a man, the woman ends up safe. The other way around also, but I'm not talking about male victimization over here. I'm addressing the females now. Okay? I addressed the males often before. Now look. As a woman, it's important to remain operative in how God designed you. Because when you do that, any male predator who actually hates himself, who hates his own masculinity, just wants to escalate, will feel comfortable around you. That's why when you encounter a narcissist or any type of rapist, he will first try to traumatize you with comments. Or he will first seek to find out if you have some type of trauma. Why? Because he did not, if a rapist or a narcissist, or if a male rapist or a male narcissist doesn't get this click energetically, they will avoid you. But if they feel like there's a click, they will test the ground to see how far the click is. So, if a male predator is walking around in the streets and a woman walks by, it doesn't matter whether she's fully dressed or half naked. That does not matter. If it can be she's completely covered. If she is in a toxic state, that will be a click for the rapist. The rapist will feel pulled towards her because remember, he's the magnetic one. He should be drawing women with this magnetism. But instead thereof, he is now pushing out this magnetism. And because the female triggers this magnetism, it's in his mind as if the woman is attracting him. Let me explain this again. Males, or let me use blue again to show it. Okay. Males are the magnetic ones. So let me draw a male energy field over here. So with their emissions, they trigger magnetism in environment. There'll be the echo, how females will respond to it. But a man who refuses his masculinity, okay, let me use red for that. Hold on. If a man is rejecting the sign of the Heavenly Father, he'll be dumping his magnetism, trying to get rid of it, but a woman will trigger it, and instead thereof, he'll go after the woman. Because the woman, in this case, triggers his magnetism, something he doesn't want, and he'll go after the woman. But if the woman is healthy, there will be a mismatch. And then he'll just move on. But if there's a match, oh Lord, if there's a match, he'll go out to punish her. All right? Before I continue any further, is all of this clear to you? Let me know in the live chat. So understand this. You want to get rid of male predators, educate the women to be feminine. The more feminine women are, the less predators will be around. You know why? Because if there are not enough damaged women, to use worldly terms, around, they don't have many energetic clicks with the opposite sex. That means the only other way they can get dump their magnetism is by violating other men. And violating other men is only going to work with little boys. But in this world, you have courthouses and the police will arrest you when you do that, and some people will even kill you if you do that. Some of those men that you've molested will grow up and look for you. So a man who refuses his masculinity will seek to dump his heat on others. And the woman is vulnerable by design. The vulnerability of the woman reminds him he's vulnerable too, and he can't handle that. That's why he is hateful towards females, because the woman reminds him that he's a vulnerable creature. Because remember, that man who does want to embrace masculinity also comes out of a woman. You get me? And he doesn't want to be reminded that he also depended on feminine affection when he was a baby and growing up. He doesn't want to remind all of that. He hates his design, how God designed him. So he wants to dump his magnetism instead of using it for God's glory. So if he sees a woman, he sees himself in a vulnerable state because he's not stable within himself as a man. So he also reminded that it was a vulnerable creature like her that gave birth to him. So instead of repenting, realizing that, hey, I need to cut it out, I'm a man, so be it, he wants to dump. So when a male predator or a male rapist encounters a healthy female, he will be triggered sexually, of course, because he's a man, but at some point he'll find a way to wound her just to have an outlet to punish her. You hear me? If this click does not happen, the longer he stays in the presence of a healthy woman, the more it burns him, because this is what you need to understand. Negativity is like stinking, foaming slime. And any woman, even an unbelieving woman, okay, that operates in femininity will be like, it will be like a fire burning. It's just like he's getting a rays of fire on him. You get me? It is as if he gets a rays of fire or whatever on him and it burns him. Now, that's not really the case. That's how we will feel it. The healthy emissions of the healthy woman becomes a burning sensation on the wicked man. Not burning in terms of sexual side, but burning in the sense of psychological dread. So in short, wicked men feel threatened and choked by healthy feminine emissions. So they want to avoid healthy women as much as possible. They become so paranoid they will see healthy women as their enemy. Now some of you may have encountered men like that. Online you encounter a lot of them. They have various groups in which they operate. MGTOW, red pill, black pill, gray pill. There's also a white pill I figured out lately. Man, how many pill groups do they develop? But anyway, they are around. Okay? I'm not saying that every man on one of those groups is a rapist or a woman hater. No. But those groups, once you're trapped in them, they will do their best to make you just like them. But anyway. So, wicked men are terrified of healthy feminine emissions. Okay? So, wicked men, when they have daughters, they get disgusted. Yes, you have wicked men having sex and they bring forth daughters. If they bring forth sons, they end up beating their sons because they see another version of themselves that they can't handle. If they have daughters, they can't get away beating the daughter. Psychologically, that will be hard. But they will wound their daughter, either by leaving the family or by just being inactive as a man, not giving any fatherly affection whatsoever. They will punish the daughter for the fact that they don't want to see vulnerability. So a wicked man, whether he has a son or a daughter, he will mess up his offspring just to prove a point against the heavenly father. That's what he will do. Well, I don't know what they're thinking, but the heavenly father is laughing at them for their ridiculous rebellion. But anyway, there are many believers who came from households with abusive or neglectful fathers. So God even overrules this rage of those wicked men. But anyway, just understand this. Wicked men, they want defective women to walk around. They want women to be wounded and filthy. They can't make everyone filthy because there's a lot of women, actually the majority, that doesn't want to be involved in filth. But they want as many filthy women as possible around to hinder the rest of the women. So they want all of the female population to be wounded, and from the wounded population, want a portion to be completely filthy to hinder the rest. Because if most of the women around are wounded and in a toxic state, that means that a male predator or male rapist has an easy click. Everybody walks around there clicks. You get me? But if you go to a community where most of the women are operating in healthy femininity, no rapist and no male predator will even want to be there. He'll bypass it. So that's why it's important to educate your daughters to be feminine. Because if you don't, they end up dysfunctional, and dysfunctional women are more likely to be victimized. So let me get this thing clear over here. I'm talking about women, and I'm not talking about little girls. If when you're a child, you need the community to cover you, because you can't do anything on yourself. As a spirit being, you're completely vulnerable as a child. So I'm not talking about little girls growing up. I'm talking about grown women. A grown woman that is energetically and psychologically defective she is like a dessert for reprobate men. She's a dessert for wicked men. She's a dessert for gang rapists, because rapists often go around in gangs. So what's the solution for this? Well, I already showed you. Women operate in femininity. And here's the best thing. When a woman operates in femininity, she will always trigger men around her to be masculine. Okay? She'll be the push for the man to be masculine. And because of that, she'll end up with masculine men all around her. And she'll be a female role model for the younger women growing up. That's how God designed it. What's happening now is that many women, especially in the Western world, are told to step out of their femininity and compete with masculinity. But look at this. Look at this. The man is magnetic heat that he gives off. The woman has no magnetism. She is non-magnetic matter. So a woman can never compete with a man on an energetic level. If a man is, let's say, a singer and a woman's singer, they can compete in a competition. Even then, she has a feminine voice, she has a masculine voice. Even when it comes to such things, they can't compete. A man and a woman can compete when it comes to playing chess, for example, or when it comes to baking a cake. When it comes to non-important stuff, they can compete. For example, if you're playing chess or whatever, then you can compete, or playing cards. And if you then, some males have an advantage due to their analytical skills. But women cannot compete with men. And men cannot compete with women. You know why? Because men are not designed like women. Men are magnetic heat. A woman is non-magnetic matter. So magnetic heat cannot compete with a creature that's not magnetic. That simply will not work well. Now, men can compete with men because they are the same design. Women compete with women. But to make men and women compete with one another and to tell women that they need to forfeit being female and to act like a man to defeat men, sorry, that is retardation. And I don't say retardation to hurt anyone's feelings. I'm saying it's just retarded to even believe such a thing. But that's what a lot of women believe. And that's why a lot of women out there are completely polluted in the energy field, and also physically polluted with a lot of stress hormones. In such a state, it's very easy for women to be victimized. And because the majority of the women around are like that, as a woman growing up, you have no healthy, and because you have no healthy role model, you end up believing that men in general are predators. You may end up believing that men in general are seek to predate on women, which is not true at all. Okay? Now, if you are in a feminist environment where a lot of women have this hatred towards men, then the type of men you will have around you are defective men. And defective men may be prone to victimizing women, absolutely. But here's the thing. Masculine men will often avoid dysfunctional and defective women, especially in a world system where defective and reprobate women are believed no matter what. In the past, before feminism, if a woman was out of line, she was put in check by the community. Okay? But now, only when a woman goes way too extreme, in general, women are excused when they escalate on men or they behave out of line in the community. And as a man, because people want to deal with reprobate women, because reprobate women have no off switch, they tend to blame it all on the men. So a lot of men are realizing, whoa, these societies have become hostile towards us men, so we're not going to involve ourselves too much with women, because if a woman goes off, we'll be blamed. And that's how the next generation of girls that grow up will see a lot of men having disdain towards women. And now they're traumatized. And now because they're traumatized, they're more likely to believe the bullshit of feminism, and this is how the cycle continues. And those women who are now traumatized because see the disdain of men towards them, they're now going to take it out on their sons when they have children, and they're going to raise their sons, and their sons are going to be so traumatized by the angry and resentment of their mothers that those sons end up hating women. And now you have a whole generation of defective men want to take it out on females. That's how the cycle continues. Okay? So right now you have two generations of millions of defective men who just want to use women or take out their frustration on women. And how did it come so far? Because the women of the previous generation, they fell for the nonsense of feminism, and now that is harming communities worldwide. So what do? We go back to God's design. Let men be heated. Men are designed to be heated by their Father. Don't try to cool them down. Okay, if you have a son and he's a bit angry, too much, you can call down your son as a mother. I'm not talking about that. But let men be men, please. Don't expect little boys to behave like little girls. No, they're designed completely differently. We're all human beings. Both sexes are human, and we have to complement one another. And that's why the males have to be males and the females have to be females. In many Western countries, you want little boys to act like little girls. By you do that, you energetically mess up the men, and you can end up a whole generation of messed up men will end up escalating or predating on females. And that's what you don't want. So instead of just being angry at all the men, why not also teach the women to be feminine? Okay? A lot of feminists, they teach your sons as if it's only men that causes the problem. No, absolutely not. That's why I don't participate in those online discussions about sexual harassment, all of that, because people are not interested in the solution. They say, well, I heard feminists say, we know not all men are rapists and all men are predators, but we do expect all men to take responsibility, keeping those other men in check. So hold on a minute, hold on. So those feminists have this idea that men have a natural role, a natural obligation towards females. Okay, that's correct, according to God's design. But where is the natural obligation of females towards men? Where is this? Now feminists say, no, a female is not applied anything towards a man. It's her body, her choice. She can do whatever she wants, and people just have to take it. Hold on. So all men have a natural obligation to make sure the woman is safe and secured and comfortable, but women have no obligation towards men whatsoever? What type of toxic, sexist, narcissistic bullshit is this? But that's the toxic, narcissistic, sexist bullshit a lot of women in this day and age believe. And that's why they remain in a state of negativity in which they continue to draw negativity towards them. So are men, those women out there who insist on these sex narcissistic fairy tales, are they really victims? Well, actually, they're collaborators. They think they can collaborate with negativity and never be harmed by negativity. But when negativity happens to them, now they want to go all over the place, demanding pity and sympathy. Look, I'm not saying that when a woman is victimized, it's okay. No, absolutely not. Just realize there are a lot of grown women out there who insist in bad situations, who insist in negativity, and hey, if you keep investing in negativity, you will get energetic clicks with negative men. And when that goes wrong, hey, lady, I don't approve what the circumstance would happen, but the circumstance is a fruit of you involving yourself in negativity. Yeah, the man is negative, we know that, but how come you clicked with the men? How come you're always around such men? If you're always around men who are defective and wrong, and you begin to ask where are the good men, then there may be something wrong with you. Why? Because you claim that you don't need a man, you claim that you're autonomous, you claim it's your body, you think you're a goddess. Now, if you are a goddess, how come you as a goddess are a victim? How can a goddess be a victim? If you claim you are a goddess, why is it that you as a goddess not able to figure out healthy men and be around them? Now, this is not a live stream attacking feminists. I'm just pointing out how women can stay safe, how they should stay safe. Self-defense, self-respect, boundaries, all of that will only work against you. And when you operate in God's design, bad men are repelled by your femininity. It's like a stench in their sight mentally. So they will complain about you. And if you keep smiling and being feminine while they're complaining, they will leave. So, ladies, this is how you remain safe. Remain feminine. Remain responsible towards yourself and other people. You are not a goddess. You're not a sovereign entity. You can't just will whatever you will and don't expect consequence. You can't expect things without outside the context of reality. Your will must be in line with reality and with natural obligations and natural rights. You can't just will what you will because so-called free will and expect it to work out. Free will does not exist. Free will that teaches you're entitled to have a will, divorced from reality and divorced from obligations and duties to the community, is a narcissistic concept that worldlings embrace. Ladies, let this concept go because it won't benefit you at all. Okay? So, for the ladies amongst us, avoid female reprobates. That is, females who never want to talk about solutions nor are not interested in solutions. Avoid them. Ladies, don't befriend nor be closely involved with women who are reprobates. Avoid them, please. And you guys, listen to me very well, because I know there are guys listening to me. I don't want to hear your excuses. I don't care how hot she is. I don't care how nice her titties are, her legs, her ass, or any of that. I don't care. If you get warning signals in your inner radar about her, walk away. Stop the conversation. Yeah, but Rashid, man, she likes me, but I don't care. So if Satan likes you, are you going to give in to Satan too? Huh? Sometimes I see men crying because some woman left them, and when I look at the lady, the woman that left them, I'm thinking, dude, she's demon possessed. Dude, she doesn't want solution. Dude, she's a reprobate and she's spreading pollution all over the place. She likely has STDs also. And you're crying for her? Anyway, I made videos and live streams for men about this topic already. I'm addressing women here, but I had to say it. Ladies, if a fellow woman is reprobate, avoid her. Peacefully lower contact and avoid her. Simple as that. Okay? So, this live stream is not that long. I just want to give some prayer points for you ladies. Ladies, when you pray, command and decree that your femininity will be a pleasant fragrance in the community. Okay, listen to me, ladies. Pray and decree and command your feminine emissions to be a pleasant fragrance in the community. Do that. By doing that, you will trigger and therefore force others to notice your value as a woman. Also, decree and declare that healthy men are comfortable around you. Well, that happens automatically, your fan, but also decree and declare it. This also help you. Decree and declare that negative-minded women are turned off by you. Just do that. Decree and declare that negative-minded women are turned off by you. Because negative-minded women also become predators on women too. It isn't just men who tend to prey on women. There are also negative-minded women who are preying on women. And lately also in a sexual sense. So decree and declare that negative-minded women will be turned off by you. Also important. Decree and declare that the children around will favor you. This is important. When the children around favor you as a woman, they will grow up telling everyone to look after you, which is also good. As a woman, you're not magnetic. No, because you're not a man. But you are designed to trigger magnetic responses and reactions. So use your female ability that God gave to you. I can't do that as a man. I cannot trigger nor force magnetic or energetic responses. I can't because I'm not a woman. You ladies, you can do that. So ladies, no more excuses. Walk in your femininity, which is quite powerful. Okay? Your femininity is quite powerful. And here's another thing I want to explain to you. Demons can't handle healthy femininity in the climate. When there's healthy femininity in the climate, it hinders operation of demons. That's another reason why demons can't stand females. And healthy femininity forces men to be masculine. So that is the leverage you have over men. Your feminine emissions. Your healthy femininity is your leverage over men. And that's the only leverage you're allowed to have over men by the Heavenly Father. Every type of other leverage that women have over men is demonic. So feminism that teaches that women are entitled to control men, or they have a right to treat men however they want, that's satanic. Look, a man and a woman should be paid the same wage if you do the same type of job, absolutely. But you don't need a movement of feminism for it. If a woman goes to a doctor and she has complaints, they should take her seriously. Not only when a man comes, but for such things you don't even need a movement. Okay? So a woman cannot do everything a man can, and a man cannot do everything a woman can. No. This is God's design and has to be in harmony. All right? The only leverage a woman is allowed to have over men is her healthy femininity. So in witchcraft, where women invert femininity in a sexual way to gain possession of men, that is pollution, and Heavenly Father forbids it, and it's also filthy to encounter that. And that's why witchcraft is dangerous, because the moment you operate outside of your femininity, you pollute yourself as a woman, and polluted women are easily victimized. So that's why witchcraft is dangerous for the witch, because the witch is always at risk of being victimized. That's why witches need those charms, which is demon excrement on top of their energy field, to keep them safe. All right? So, are there any questions about this topic? Let me know in the live chat now. Let me know. Okay. Someone asked a question, would you agree that displaying sexuality is only for the bedroom? If you talk about actually having sexual intercourse, then that's within a healthy sexual context that God provided. That's true. However, you can't only display sexuality in the bedroom because we are all sexual beings, okay? Look, what I'm about to say may upset some people, but sexuality is part of our design, what we are as creatures. What we have now is that most people can't handle their sexual design. That's why you can talk about any topic in the world, but the moment you talk about sex, we'll get uncomfortable. I'm thinking, wait a minute, but we're all sexual beings at the core. Okay? So let me explain one thing to you. When you are a little child growing up, you should be shielded from seeing sexual activity because it's so overwhelming. But once you're in your teenage years, you realize this is how the human species operates. Okay? If you are grown and you can't handle the fact that human sexual activity is what human beings are made of, then you need to see a therapist. That you need help. And here's another thing. Visuals are natural. Men get naturally turned on when they see visuals of a female. There's nothing sinful nor bad about it. Now, if a man is a predator, just wants to take advantage of females, okay, now that's a difference. Okay? But it's natural for a man to be visually turned on, also visually turned on by a female. And in the world, females use this to their advantage. Well, at least they're smart. They're using than the natural design of God to achieve their pagan ends. And now your churches say, you see, that's all sin. Sex is sinful. Sex is dirty. You should only have it required, to be hidden from everyone else. Okay, I don't agree with public orgies. I don't agree with orgies at all. Orgies, no. Not orgies. And I don't agree with public orgies. But let me tell you one thing straight. If you have a couple somewhere in a natural park doing it, and I walk by, I'll just walk away, let them do their thing. Because it's a natural thing, the sign of Heavenly Father. It's not sinful. If their attitudes are proper. What makes sex dirty is the mindset of the people involved in it, not the act itself. But you can't talk in church about this, because in church they invest in sexual dysfunction. In church, you won't even talk much about these things that I'm talking about over here anyway. And that's the sad part. Pagans have more understanding of human sexuality and the need for sexual balance than believers are. Okay. Human beings are designed naked. So, in essence, there's nothing wrong with seeing a naked human being. If everyone would now take off all the clothes and walk around, it wouldn't be any crime. Because we're all born naked and we'll die naked anyway. The reason we don't do that is because human beings are psychologically defective. Human beings are sexually diseased due to the fall of men. That's why we can't handle seeing our vulnerability. A naked human being shows you your own vulnerability. That's why we want to compensate with how we look. Now, there's nothing wrong with clothes. Clothes are good. Clothes keep you warm. Clothes make you feel good. There's nothing wrong with wearing clothes. Wearing clothes is natural too. Okay? But too often we want to compensate with the clothes we wear because we can't handle our vulnerability as human beings. And that's the sexual diseaseness in human species. So photographing naked people or nude art is not sinful nor wrong at all because, hey, it's our design. But if you do it with a negative context, like in pornography, just to stir wrong expectation, okay, now it's wrong. You get me? Now it's wrong. And by the way, pornography is when you have a transgender and a man doing it together while you think it's a man and a woman. So pornography is a sodomite ritual to begin with. That's why pornography is evil. Because it gives you an image of sex that's not according to God's design. That's why pornography is wrong and harmful to you. But sexual imagery itself is not harmful because we are sexual creatures. Okay? Just wanted to point that out. So people using visuals related to sex is also not wrong in itself. But too many people are so sensitive because they're sexually diseased and can't handle their own vulnerability. Look, I'll rather go to the park and see couples having sex over there in a natural context than I have to go outside and see everyone angry and upset because you're drained by the system. Now, I'm not saying just go out there, everyone just take off your clothes and have sex. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'd rather have people having sex publicly in mass, which is at least something natural that God designed, than them to be so depressed all the time like you see now. Again, I don't promote people to go out there to cover your clothes in public, so don't do that. I didn't promote it. I'm just saying I'd rather have more people sexually healthy in the open than to have them depressed and sexually oppressed by the system. Sexual oppression pollutes you, and it's pollution that enables victimization. Okay? When your daughters are still small, they need the community to cover them. Because nobody can cover themselves. You need the community. You need the community to cover the girls. When the girls are into womanhood, when they enter womanhood and they become women, now they have to stay around healthy men. That's their responsibility in order to comply with God's design. So when they're little girls, the community, 100%. When they're older, they have accountability to stay around healthy men and to comply according to God's design. Okay. Is this all clear to you? Let me know in the live chat. All right? If I don't get any more questions, I'll close down the live stream. Some of you have a lot of unlearning to do. A lot of church doctrine needs to get out of your head. A lot of sexual restrictions of the world to get out also. You need to learn to abide by God's design. God's blueprint, you follow that one, you're safe. You follow the restrictions of society, whether it's restrictions in church or the looseness of the left, whatever it is, you're in trouble. Both the restrictions of church as well as the looseness of left-wing politics, both are evil. Okay. Well, that's it for now. Keep on creeping with Christ, and I'll see you in the next live stream. Thanks for watching.